Welcome everyone to our Western Esport Mario Kart um, races. Today they're going against Virginia Tech and Michigan. Um, and yeah,
All right, I'm Vita. I have minimum Mario Kart experience, but I'm very excited to be casting for our Mario Kart team today. And this is my co-caster Adrian or Acorn.
yeah. This is my first year joining the Mario Kart team, and I also don't have too much experience casting.
Hmm. Well, Acorn, what would you say is so? I know you I played on the team, right? What do you think is like your team's like biggest strength, like especially in like competitive?
I think we have really good front runners like Domi, and we also have some really good baggers like Carson.
Hmm.
Their communication's really good. And yeah,
Well, okay. So like for the people who have, like don't play that much Mario Kart like me, like I do understand what bagging is, but can you like explain like the general, like the lingo, the strategies in like Mario Kart? Because I know like a lot of people just view Mario Kart as like just hit the finish line. Like what is bagging?
for sure. So bagging is just sticking near the back of the pack. So you would wait for the front runners to cross about a third of the track, and they would try to collect as good of an item as they can to catch back up.
All right. What do you think? So I don't know this exact map. What do you like? Is there like a general strategy here? Do you have anything you want to
Okay,
comment
so
specifically
for
about this?
Rosalina Ice World, it's more of a front runner. There's not too many shortcuts, but the middle here gets a little bit dangerous because a lot of people can shoot you through the narrow path with
I see.
the shells.
Hmm. So is bagging still like because like I know that bagging's been nerfed, but like is
Mm.
there like is this map not really a bagging map? Then I'm guessing like it seems like
No.
everyone's really pushing forward to like get like top 10, like finish at the top half.
Yeah, for sure. So in this track, they probably want to go as fast as they can from the start. There is a mini shortcut at the end, but it's not going to make a huge difference.
Hmm.
So I think Mochi has blue shell behind him, and I think it's mostly Michigan at the front. So he's probably gonna throw that. Yeah, and then they're probably gonna try to catch up now.
All right. We're, I see that Eugene right now has the figure eight one. I personally
Yeah,
have like I'm not like I don't think that's like the better item, right? Like you probably want like a triple mushroom over that. Like it seems like Eugene
it's one
is
of the
like
better ones actually. Yeah,
oh really? That's
yeah.
really cool. I always assumed
Um, I think he got his star stolen away. Otherwise, he should have had one from the eight.
I see. Well, it looks like currently Michigan is pulling ahead right now, but it does
Yeah.
look really close. I see that there is like that's a Princess Peach at the back, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Hmm. Would you say that this map is very like I don't know, like I play League, so I can only say this, but would you say this map is like a very snowbally map where like if you get ahead, you kind of just secure the win here because it's kind of looking like Michigan was ahead at the beginning, but they've like really lost some positions.
Yeah. It's for sure a lot easier once your main team starts catching up, so they can start using shells or other offensive items to slow down the other team.
Hmm.
Yeah. So for sure in this track, they had some chances to catch back up.
Solid
And
for
so the score right now is 38 to Western and 44 to Michigan State.
solid first map for both sides. I both sides played really well. I saw great teamwork. Both teams are they're neck and neck. I don't know the exact standing here, but I do like
Hmm.
see both sides like having their own ideas of how they want to play the game and
Yeah.
playing towards
So
the
they
really.
chose Haunted Mansion, which is really good for taking some shortcuts with some shrooms at the start. we've been time trialing this one for quite a while, so they're all pretty good at this one too.
Hmm.
Okay, so they're
So-
also really good at high roll because. So they're really good at high roll. This is one of our front running tracks, so I think they can make this one work. So there's two different gems at the start that they can take. So Domi went wide for them.
Okay,
It's a little
so
bit dangerous to have triple bananas here, so he went wide, which is pretty good.
it looks like it's a very aggressive early. Everyone's trying
Yes,
to
yeah.
secure, like solidify their positioning right now. It seems like we do have Western does have some really strong, I don't know the right term, but like front runners, people who
Runner,
lead the race.
yeah.
Yeah, they definitely are leading in these races. It seems like Eugene and Domi, I believe, are definitely pulling ahead of the pack right now.
Yep. So they're gonna try to take some items here so they can defend themselves all the way until the next item set.
Unlucky coin hit by the red shell.
Yeah.
Ooh. Right now it seems like Western is pulling ahead relatively consistently here.
Yeah.
This
It's a little bit unlucky to get a fireball right here because he doesn't want to hit any of his teammates, so he'll have to use them carefully.
Ooh. Yeah, this is a fast-paced race here. It seems like both sides are playing really well here. Ooh, that mushroom
A missed shortcut.
miss could definitely set Western behind for that.
Okay, a star is pretty good right here. You can use it to get a double item set right in front of him and then take the shortcut to the finish line.
Ooh. So I see the Master Sword's been pulled out. I don't know exactly why it happens. Can you explain, like, how exactly does that happen? Is it only like on the third lap?
Middle ramp, for it to activate, there's 3 poles in the tunnel, and you would have to bump into all 3 poles to activate the ramp going through the middle. Time trialing, you would generally not do it to take a tighter turn around the corners, but in the race, it's pretty fast to just cut through the middle if other people bounce onto the poles. So right now, our score is 85 for Western and 79 for Michigan, so they took back the lead, which is really good to see.
Yeah, it looks like it's a really good thing, especially if you didn't get your map, and then like Michigan. This was Michigan's map, right? Like Western taking away one of Michigan's. Well, not taking away, but winning on Michigan's turf is really, really, really good for the mental. Like you're like, we beat them on their own turf. Now we can, like, if we get our turf, we can easily win as well.
For sure. So for the next one, they're hoping to get Madrid, which is one of Boss's best tracks. He does inward drifting, which is a little bit different than most carts. He goes a little bit wider to take turns, but overall it's a really fast combo. But they got Koopa Cave again, so for the other team. So for this one, there's a few shortcuts right before the waterfall. So this one's a possible bagger, but I would recommend front running this one as well.
I see. Seems like it's a strong start for both sides. Trying to secure extra coins for the speed boost early. We have Matt definitely does have has a mushroom here. You can definitely go ahead with it using. There are mini shortcuts here, I believe, right, that you can take here, like right here. Matt, Ironcraft takes the shortcut, pulls ahead 5 places, 6 places. Has another mushroom. Is able to. It seems like Western is definitely pulling ahead here with and it seems like they're considering using having a bagger for this round.
Yep. So it's really close here, which would make things pretty dangerous. Yep. So he's gonna save his mushroom probably for the front. We have someone starring in the back, so probably begging for a shock, which is really good if a lot of our team has dodges, which would be good for catching back up.
I see. Right now, it seems like we have a strong performance from Ironcraft here, but it seems like a blue shell's going down and
Yeah.
definitely gonna hit Michigan here. This should definitely set them behind here as the rest of Western is able to catch back up and potentially overtake Michigan. We're currently on lap 2 out of 3, but what do you think is would be like a big way to like swing this around for Western here? As I can see, like Michigan still leading
Yeah.
collectively.
So for sure, if the back has a shock and most of our mid packs have dodges, that would be really good. But this shortcut also helps, and Ironcraft can take another shortcut here, which would let him get to the front.
Ooh, a
He
missed
has to be
boomerang.
careful of the shell of the horn in front of him,
Ooh, the horn connects.
and another blue
Unfortunate.
shell.
But the blue shell should be going for first place on Michigan, right?
Yeah,
They managed to connect. Hopefully, I think I saw like a boomerang connect or something there. But
yeah,
regardless, this is looking really good for Western as well. They managed to pull at least one player into second.
yeah. So that's really good for them.
Shot goes down. It hits. I don't. I'm guessing that's the Michigan one. Definitely.
Yeah.
Ooh,
So we got
overall,
some top spots, some bottom spots. So I think that's okay for us. They're probably gonna go like a mid track where there's a couple shortcuts, but it's also good for the front runners and the baggers as well. So currently the score is 122 for Western and 124 for Michigan State. So Michigan went ahead by only 2 points. So it's very close so far.
neck and neck game. It seems both sides are. It seems like this is going to be a very competitive round. Competitive match. I definitely see both sides being able to pull ahead here. We do have some very
Okay.
strong numbers. Oh,
Yeah. So they went with a front running track, which is really good for our front runners. They've also been time trialing this other track called Shroom Ridge, which has a couple shortcuts that let you catch back up really quickly at the end. So a lot of track picks from the other team, which is not too good for our team, but luckily these tracks have been practiced quite a lot too.
all right. Would you say that getting an early advantage here, especially starting like second place, would secure you? Like, is there like any early coins that like Western really wants to secure here?
So there's quite a few cars here, which would be a little bit dangerous, but there's some cars near the walls and a couple coins along the middle. So it's really good that Eugene took some.
Oh, Eugene gets hit by
he
the
got
car.
car.
Disaster with the slipstream.
Oh.
And then Mac hits another car. That is not what you want to see
Right.
as a Western Sovereigns fan.
Yeah, so for sure they're gonna try to get some mushrooms here, which is really good. Ironcraft got one. There's a shortcut coming up right now, but I guess he chose not to use it. He's
Ooh,
probably gonna
close, almost
save
falling
it.
off.
Yeah.
Still
Oh,
hit
he
with
got
banana.
bumped out.
Unfortunate. It seems like Western did have a really strong early start, but there was like some small accidents that they just got. They
Yeah.
took a lot of collateral damage. It seems
So
like
he's probably gonna try to get some more coins. Yep, so that's good. He's maxed out at 10 coins. And so in Mario Kart, you generally want to have as many coins as you want. You're capped at 10, but each coin lets you go like a 1% or 2% faster, which helps you overall a lot.
speed boost used by Eugene here, pulling ahead of the rest. Hits the wall, but he does still have the golden
Oh.
mushroom. Oh, hits another car, and his momentum's completely lost. But he does pick up a triple mushroom, which definitely allows him
Yep.
to regain his momentum. Western seems to be pulling
Yeah.
ahead here.
Okay,
I think-
so he has a red shell. He can't currently throw it forward, but he threw it backwards, which is good. Okay, so Ironcraft is cutting through the shortcut with the star. He has
a
a
beautiful-
mushroom, which is good for the shortcut. He
Unfortunate
doesn't choose
that-
to use it right now.
Unfortunate that Mac did get hit by the green shell there. Like he landed and instantly got pummeled by it. Really unfortunate
Yeah.
for Western there, but I think Western did pull ahead with two front runners scoring or two front runners scoring first and second.
Yep. So that's really good to see. The top three placers get a lot of points, so it's really good to get some front runners in to maximize the points. So we are currently at 167, while Michigan is at 161. So we pulled back into the front, which is really good.
Now tell me, Acorn.
Okay.
I have a real question for you. How likely
Yeah.
are they to play Rainbow Road here? Because like I love Rainbow Road, but I don't know if like everyone else like collegiate
we
likes Rainbow Road.
sometimes choose Weibo, which is one of our tracks that we choose, but it's not a very common track. But since a lot of their main tracks were already chosen, like Hyrule, I think it's very possible that they might choose it near the end. Oh, another track chosen by Michigan State. That's not very lucky for our team.
Unfortunate, but it hopefully we can still pull ahead here, or even just keep the score as a neutral point. Because
Yeah,
as long as like probability speaks, we'll eventually get our maps, right?
yeah. So this track is a lot of straight paths, which benefits to Snake, like what everyone here is doing. And what snaking is doing is just drifting along a straight path, trying to build up more mini turbos, which overall is actually faster than driving in a straight line. So snaking is for sure a really good technique to use
Right into the
in a straight path.
banana peel. Disaster for Eugene here.
Yeah. He's actually using Teddy Buggy, which is not a cart he usually uses. He mostly goes with Biddy Buggy and the Mr. Scooty, but I'm guessing this time he wants to go with a little bit more speed.
Seems like it's definitely paying off. Western is currently already pulling ahead of, I think, most of Michigan here. I see
Yeah.
2 or 3 members in the back there, but Michigan is front runnering here of the first and second. But
their first front runner is pretty far ahead. Yeah.
Yes, but we definitely could see a shock or a blue shell potentially throttling Michigan's ability to play here. The bomb goes wide. A
For
fire
sure.
flower. Does the fire flower connect? Ooh, he's aiming for it. Hits himself. Oh, disaster for Ironcraft. You do not want to be seeing that.
Okay, so we have a lot of bullets coming up. Firestar. Oh, the red shell.
Pummeled by the red shells. Right at the finish. Going for the fireballs. Misses. Tries to go for the horn.
Oh.
Gets hit by the star. Oh, no, Eugene. That was hard to watch.
Really unlucky finish, yeah.
We still managed to end up getting a front runner all the way into first here, so that's still really good for Western. But second, third, fourth, I believe, were all claimed by Michigan.
We got a lot of mid spots this time, so I think they're gonna have to really lock in for the next few races. So for the score now, we are at 202 and Michigan's at 208. So they've been going back and forth a lot, so it's really close.
A close match, it seems.
Okay. So Haunted Mansion again. So this one, there's a shortcut at the start and a pretty big shortcut at the end. The one they chose is a pretty big front runner, so very good for the other team.
It seems Western does have a lot of front runners and strong mechanical players, especially. From what I'm hearing, at least, like the Western Sovereigns really do like playing a very aggressive and strong game with their letting their mechanics to resolve a lot of their to pull ahead in the competition. So
for sure, they have a lot of front runners in this team, which is really good for this track actually. So for this track, there's a left and a right path. The left path is slightly safer, but the right path is a little bit faster because it could get 2 tricks.
Ooh.
So most of them are going for the right path, but Eugene's going for the left path to just get some more coins. Coins are also his favorite item, by the way, which is pretty interesting since in a race they don't do too much, but once you build up
Oh,
enough, it makes you go a
disaster!
lot faster.
Eugene crashes
Oh.
into the wall, loses all momentum, but it seems like some of Michigan was hit by projectiles, and he's still able to claw his way back in. That was unfortunate to watch.
Okay, so shortcut here. Just cut back into the mid spot with the boomerang.
Eyeing the boomerang, can he connect it with Silver here? We will see, but
It's gonna be really dangerous to use since Domi's right ahead.
that is true, but oh, he's going for it. He hits the
got it.
boomerang. Pulls ahead here from Silver there. Oh, that is beautiful aim right there.
Okay, so Ironcraft's in the back of the star. Really good defensive item. Also lets him get a little bit of a speed boost. Triple shrooms would let him take the shortcut right here.
So
He has to be careful of the star beside him. Otherwise, he'll get knocked out too. Okay, another star, so that's really good.
Seems like this race is very close. Everyone's very tightly packed here. Oh, Eugene managing to pull head first as the front runner right now. He's
so
has a red shell here,
that's
but
really good.
The blue shell is definitely
shell.
going to connect. There is no escaping that one, unfortunately.
Okay,
Oh,
that's gonna take him a few spots back.
This is unfortunate for Eugene, but
Yeah.
there still is a potential here to like maybe throttle the people behind him. But it seems like Western has finished their race. I believe, like all their players have finished right now. Yeah.
Yeah, a lot of mid places right now, which
Excellent.
is not looking good for our team because they got the top 2 spots.
Yeah, you don't really want to see that, but it was unfortunately not our map, or Western's map. So hopefully we're gonna see that the momentum changes moving forward.
Yep, for sure. So hopefully they can bring it back this one because I think the lead is 247 for Michigan and 245 for Western. So it's really, really close.
Now, what would you say? What would you say is Western's like strongest aspect? Like, what do you think is best about the team? Since you've been playing on it for a while, right?
I think we have some really good front runners, which would secure us some really good points. Also, our team is really good at some technical parts like drifting, soft drifting. They're really good at the shortcuts. We do a lot of time trials, so our team is really experienced at getting the best lines for each track. Okay, so another pick from the other team. That's not looking good. But this track is practiced quite a lot by our team as well, so should be okay.
Alright, so we're gonna try and pull ahead. Right now, it is still a really close game here, even though we did have a lot of middle finishers. We're currently only down 2 points here. But this is still looking like a super competitive game. Where, I know Western was
Ironcraft is in front, yeah.
Western was placed 2 divisions higher than last year, and they definitely caught them off guard. But it seems like they've definitely made a recovery. As you can see with like Ironcraft pulling ahead here into second, they have
yeah, that's really good.
They're performing really strong here. The green shell could connect, and if it hits, it could. Unfortunately, it goes wide, but overall, this is still a really strong early performance. Oh, but he gets hit by the wall. That is just unfortunate.
Oh, he has to be careful of the triple bananas right in front of him.
Unfortunately, it seems I'm just too good at jinxing the players. I say one good thing, and instantly they get hit by a green shell or red shell.
Yeah.
But I think
so
overall,
a green shell right here. Oh, he fell off. Okay, Eugene with a boo, really good defensive item. It lets him pass through some obstacles and also other players, which is really good if the other team has a shock. Triple mushrooms, okay.
Eugene did manage to steal a triple mushrooms while already having a triple mushroom. That's 6 different boosts that you can use here. I know there's, I don't know if there's that many shortcuts here, but I would take 6 mushrooms any time of the day, you know?
Ooh, nice shortcut by Eugene right here.
Oh, the shot goes through. But I think Domi is pulling ahead here and secures second for Western.
So we got quite a few top spots, which is really good for our team.
Yeah, it seems like Western did definitely. It looks like Western did perform a lot better in this map than their previous map, and I'm not sure about the final
For
score
sure.
yet for this round, but it seems like this was a overall recovery from the previous game.
They're doing really good for tracks that are picked by the other team. So right now our score is 285 for Western and 289 for Michigan. So still really, really close, only a 4 point difference. Okay.
All right, um, guess I believe this is map 5 right now. Both sides are very closely placed right now. Um, do you think there's like any changes in strategies that like Western should make right now, or should they like just keep
Hmm.
going with what they're doing right now?
I think it would help a lot if they bag for shock sometime in the second or third lap. It would help the team get to the front really well while having the other team slow down and lose some coins in the process.
Hmm. Would you say so I know green shells are like, they're not like, they're like they go in a straight line, right? Um, would you say like it's like a learned skill that like Western could like develop, or like any player can develop to like consistently hit their green shells on people?
Yeah, green shells are really hard to use because unlike the red shell, they don't follow the opponent in front of you. But the problem with the green shell is if it misses, it might bounce on the wall and hit yourself actually, which is not good. Oh,
Ooh, red
trailed by the first player.
red shell
Okay, red
connects.
shell.
I think it was blocked by Michigan's first place, but it seems like overall right now Western is starting to pull ahead, but the tides
Yeah.
can easily swing in less than a second.
Okay, so a couple people went through the shortcut with a shroom, red shell.
Red shell is
Oh,
blocked.
okay,
Defensive
that's good.
green shell by Ironcraft here. Triple mushroom available. If there's a lot of shortcuts here, I can definitely see an opportunity for Ironcraft to pull ahead here.
Yeah, he just has to be careful of the green shells right beside him.
Ooh, narrowly dodges, like
Oh,
hits like
yeah.
that one point where he can't, like that one spot where the green shells aren't there. Is still able to consistently hold his spot here. Has a red shell,
Yeah.
could potentially punish first place, but gets hit by
Oh,
the fireball. Unfortunate. Uses the mushroom to just carefully weave through the crowd of dining
so right
pedestrians.
here, a mushroom is really good because there's a pretty big shortcut coming up. He can cut through the grass right in the middle without taking the path to the right. So I see that Boss and Ironcraft both did that, which is really good to secure some top spots. Oh, this items got stolen.
Ooh, red shell also
Okay.
goes wide here, getting blocked by the banana peel. Now, okay, I got a question because I've seen this on TikTok and I must know. When you're like, like there's like the strategy where you're like going on the glider and you like
Yep.
switch from like normal controls to like tilt controls, right? Like
Hmm.
how does that work? Like do you guys still, do you guys actually like do that strategy in like competitive games, or is
Yeah.
that like
So a lot of our members actually do that, even though it's pretty difficult. So what happens is it's quicker to fly at a diagonal rather than straight forward. So they try to angle it in a 45 degrees, which is even faster than driving forward.
I see, I see. Well, it seems like overall, I see at least, I think four of Western were in the top six there. So I personally thought that looked like a strong finish, but I'm not sure with like points because, first and second, it
Yeah,
could like potentially swing the points a lot.
quite a few top spots, so that's looking pretty good. We are at 334 for Western and 322 for Michigan. So we got a quite some lead compared to before. So that's really good to see. Sunshine Airport, really good front running track. We've been trialing this one for quite a while.
All right,
Yoshi Circuit by the other team, which is a pretty big bagging track, especially at the start and through the middle of the course.
but it seems like we're gonna get the airport. It looks like it's, yep. We got
Yeah.
the airport map. It seems like, I think that's Western's map, right? I believe we're
Yep.
finally getting some more Western maps here. We got the Michigan got their early on bias. They got their maps early, but now it seems like RNG is finally swinging towards Western here.
Yeah.
Is there like a strat you like? Well, is there any strats that you know like that Western's probably going to try and pull off here?
So for right here, they're gonna try to get some mushrooms because there's a shortcut really early on at the start. Oh, that's unfortunate. He hit the box. Okay.
It's
So there's a shortcut right here, but unfortunately he doesn't have a mushroom. Okay.
nice.
Red shell, so that's pretty good defensive item.
It seems like
Add an
Western is ahead
offensive-
here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Western is pulling ahead, so no need to use the red shell, but that definitely will provide like will punish whoever tries to like slip ahead here.
For sure. So there's a little bit of a shortcut right
see the
here.
red
Oh,
shell.
really good red shell by Ironcraft. Okay,
Denying
so
Michigan.
cutting through the corner.
Okay,
He's trailing a banana, hopefully getting the Yoshi behind him.
green shell for Ironcraft here could potentially be used defensively or offensively. You know,
Oh,
hitting them snipes. I've seen some of Mario Kart our team's clips. They've hit like some very well positioned green shells.
yeah. So we got quite a few top spots, so that's really good. Okay, so a boomerang. There's quite a few green Yoshis around him, so that's Michigan, which is pretty dangerous for him. Okay. Oh, triple reds
Triple
behind
red
Ninja.
is
That's gonna be
extremely
dangerous.
And a star, so you can't even try and punish the Yoshi for holding the red shells there. Ooh, boomerang goes
Oh, really
wide.
close boomerang.
And now Ironcraft does have access to the triple mushrooms and potentially hit a shortcut.
Yeah, for sure.
Ooh,
So there's a shortcut right here. Oh,
I don't know if you
Okay.
just saw it, but one of the Michigan players managed to hit like the landing gear and lost a lot of the
Oh.
momentum there.
ooh,
Very
really
disastrous.
good boomerang.
Okay.
Okay, he's taking it tighter. Blue shell. Oh,
Seems like this is a close run. I've noticed that there haven't been that many shocks this game. Like, is that just me? Like, I feel like shocks. Like, I've only seen like one or two shocks in like all the races
Yeah.
so far. Is it like nerfed or is it like harder to like for it to appear now or something?
it's pretty hard to get, so you can only get them from 9th to 12, but you would have to be pretty far back. And since everyone here is really good, it's pretty hard to get that shock since everyone's near the front pack or in the mid pack.
I see. Well, overall, I
Okay.
think
Yeah.
Western is doing really strong here. Michigan is fighting back as well. Like both teams are very strong mechanically, and I'm very excited to see how they go out for like the last few maps.
So 381 for Western and 357 for Michigan. Western's getting a pretty big lead now, so that's really good. So
Alright.
they have only a couple races left.
Neo Bowser City for Western, I believe, right?
Yep. So that's Domi's favorite track, one of our best front running tracks. And I see that the other track is still trying to get the Yoshi circuit to make a comeback.
Ooh, it seems like Yoshi's Circuit is not going to be chosen here. Okay, Neo Bowser City again, another map for Western. It seems like Michigan had all their luck in the early parts, but now Western's getting all the map decisions here.
Yeah, it's looking really good, especially for the points. So they can definitely use this to their advantage. A lot of green Yoshis in the middle for Michigan, which is a little bit dangerous since the middle tunnel can really bounce the green shells if they're hit.
All right, a strong,
Okay.
very tightly packed early game here. It seems like everyone's keeping close to each other. There's a red shell on Ironcraft, but I don't know if you're. Is it currently set as teams or is it like a free for all technically? So like, are you able to hit your own team by accident if you do a red shell and
Yeah,
Western was ahead of
you
you?
can hit your own for sure.
Ooh,
In the system, they put it as a free for all.
I see. Okay, that does definitely introduce a lot more decision making. A well used shortcut with the mushroom there. Triple green shells. Hits the banana. Does not connect.
Okay. He has. Oh, someone behind him has a banana.
Oh, the green shell! Was that his own green shell? That would
That was.
I would be kicking myself for that green shell throw. Oh, unfortunate for Western here. Not
Yeah.
the best feeling, but definitely both sides are equally hungry for a chance to close the gap or pull the gap further and try and secure the game.
A lot of back spots here, so they for sure have to make a really big comeback since this is a front running track. Oh, a bump into the wall. Okay.
Is there
Triple
some
mushrooms.
fireball
Fireball.
here? No one he can hit, which is really unfortunate. Oh, there is a star right beside, but oh, that's Domi's.
Oh,
Hit by another
okay. He has a
star.
star.
It seems like we are on the final lap right now. It's a very tightly
Final
packed
lap,
race
yeah.
right now, but Michigan has their top three in first right now. First, second, and third.
Yeah.
They could very much swing the tides here if Michigan is able to consistently target and deny anyone but fourth place there. And
Yeah, for sure.
fourth place just got hit by
Oh.
something, and definitely looks like it's secured first top three for Michigan in this race.
Okay, a lot of mid spots, so I think Michigan might get pretty close to Western in points, which is not looking great since there's only two races left, I believe.
Disaster for Western. On their own map,
Hmm.
they did not perform as I personally think they did not perform as they expected they would be there, but they can definitely recover from this momentum. And
So 417 for Western and 403 for Michigan. So Western still has the lead, but it's definitely really, really close.
definitely a very scary position to be in for both sides. I can imagine there has to be nerves here. Like this is a close match, and like whenever it gets close, like any small mistake can really screw over the team. So you have to
For
like
sure.
you're walking on eggshells here, and you have to make sure
Hmm.
that you aren't the one that ends up losing it for the team.
Yep. So another pick from Western. So that's really, really good. So we're getting a lot of picks near the end.
All right,
So there's a mushroom shortcut near the start and a pretty big shortcut at the end. So hopefully they can get some pretty good items here at the start.
would you say this is a front runner map or more like a begging map here?
I would say it's really beneficial for the middle and the back since there's a lot of shortcuts that they can take.
All right, I got some more general questions I want to ask you about the game. So like I've heard that like not every map you don't want to actually take every trick. Like, can you confirm or deny that like statement? Because all my information is on TikTok. Is from TikTok Reels of Mario Kart. So
So tricking generally makes you go faster in pretty much every scenario, but there are some scenarios where, for example, in Squeaky Clean, which have not shown up in this track, which may show up in the next race actually, where at the start you don't want to trick at the start, just so that you can get the tricks at the end. So you're really just saving the trick for later. Okay, so star by Ironcraft. Oh, okay, almost hit the wall.
excellent
Really
recovery
close.
from that close situation. It seems like there was a bagging. They were definitely bagging there. They like stopped at like right before the ramp, and that's like where you get a huge momentum. It's like right here, right? And
Yeah.
use that huge gap in distance to try and secure a better item. Unfortunately, they didn't get the shock, I believe, but overall, a star and triple mushrooms there was really good.
Oh. Yep. So they can take the shortcut right here, catching back up. It's really close right now. So for sure, some really good items would be crucial through the shortcuts. Okay, so a boo that allows him to steal a item from the start. Oh, really good dodge with the boo.
Really strong. It seems like currently they have designated one of their players to be bagging for this round here. You can see the
Yeah.
huge gap between last place and 11th place right now, but it seems like it's paying off here, especially with the strong communication between Western and Western's players here, getting
Yeah,
the
for
shock
sure.
dodge in.
They got a lot of front spots from this.
Oh, mushroom.
Okay.
Oh, the green shelf goes white. Hits
Oh
himself.
no!
No. Loses. Drops from
Oh.
third to sixth. That is not what you want to see, Eugene. That was unfortunate, but it seems like a lot of Western did end up performing the top six here. So overall, I wouldn't say that was a bad placement for
Yeah.
Western here.
So for sure, that was a really good for our team. So I'm sure they have a much bigger lead now. Okay, they're probably gonna choose another front running track to hopefully secure this race. So currently it's at 464 for Western and 438 for Michigan. So they're making an even bigger lead. So that's really good to see.
Western pulls ahead here. It seems like the next map should be the last, I believe, right?
It should be, yes.
Then
So
definitely, Western just needs to keep neutral here. As long as they don't blow it too much, they definitely have a chance of just closing out the game here.
for sure, it's looking pretty good. Another pick from Western. It's really good. So for this track, it's a little bit slippery with the sand, but we've been time trialing this track quite a lot as well. So I'm sure they have their own tricks in dealing with the sand.
Another thing is, it seems like Western really is just getting lucky here. They've gotten like the last 5 maps in a row. This is really
Yeah.
like, I personally have horrible RNG. Whenever that happens, I'm like, Western's getting pretty lucky here.
Yeah.
It seems like it's a very tight early game. Everyone's staying densely packed. It seems like one mistake could definitely pull send you really down. I think someone just fell off the map on Michigan. 2 people now have
Eugene.
fallen off. This is a very, seems like not
Very
just like
slippery track.
yeah, it seems like not even like your competitive players like don't fall off, man. Like when I play, I fall off all the time, but like it happens, right? It
Yeah,
doesn't seem
especially this corner right here. It's really hard to get these 2 coins since you're slipping a lot. Okay, another shortcut at the end, so that's really good.
place drift here. It seems like right now, like even though like Eugene, Templar, Ironcraft are both in like the bottom half, it seems like everyone's so close together. They can easily catch up here and like pull ahead
For
right
sure.
now.
A single mistake could change the race by a lot.
Ooh, someone got hit. Oh,
Oh,
it hits the bump
okay.
in the road and gets turned, like loses all momentum.
Okay, so he's probably gonna try to save the 2 mushrooms for the shortcut at the end.
Does have the star
Really
though.
dangerous for Boss to have the triple green shells right there.
Ooh, Blue Shell
Okay.
going in. Who's it gonna connect on? Michigan. Michigan gets punished here for going ahead. Seems like Western is able to secure the first place for now, but we don't know if it's gonna last for long. With Fawn quickly close behind, and another player also
Oh, bumped into the
chasing.
ball.
Bumped into the wall and hit by a projectile. Unfortunate for Western
Oh.
here.
Hit another player with a banana though, or his star, so that's really good.
This is
Triple bananas. I think I saw a boss behind him, so he had to throw them out to not accidentally hit a teammate. Oh, the item was stolen.
seems like
Hopefully he
first
can
place.
get to the end
Ooh,
without getting hit.
ooh! I just saw the Daisy get hit by a projectile right at the end there and could not secure a third place there. And while Eugene did manage to actually pull ahead and take the third place away, prevent third place from being denied from Western, that does feel bad to watch.
Yep, so we got a lot of top and middle spots, so that's looking really good for our team. So I'm pretty sure they won this one, so that's looking really good. They are trying to qualify for the playoffs, and they would need to win the next race as well. So the next one is going to be against Virginia Tech, and it's for sure going to be a really close one because I remember before when they went against Virginia Tech, it was not looking great for them. So Western won with 509, and Michigan was at 475. So a really good race for Western.
Overall, what would you say like went wrong? Like what do you think like if we're looking back at the match, right? Like you're a player. Like what do you think went well and what do you think went like kind of poorly on Western's behalf here?
So quite a few bumps into the wall and some team kills, or I guess self kills with the green shells, which weren't looking great. But they did really good with the shortcuts and they did some pretty good item use. I think someone bagged for the shock in the haunted mansion, which was really good. And overall, really good item use. And I believe they have really good communication. So it's looking really good for them for the next race.
Hmm. Yeah, overall, I think Western did really well. Like they definitely performed to their strong suits, and I definitely like am very excited to see what's gonna happen for the next game. So I believe that is all from our side here for this game. Good GG Michigan. Well played on your behalf. You had some really strong players, and thank you for your time.
Welcome everyone. We're going against Virginia Tech now. So we had a really good showing against Michigan, and hopefully we can keep it and win against Virginia Tech to make the playoffs.
Now, I'm not sure exactly how the tournament system works for I think the Collegiate Karting League, but can you tell me more about like the structure of like what's happening right now? I know like currently we there's like 6 or 8 divisions right now. We're like in Division 2, so I'm pretty sure like the lower the number, the better it is. Like, can you tell me more like what you need to like actually qualify for playoffs and stuff?
So I'm pretty sure they have to get quite a few wins. The details, I'm actually not too sure. I think mostly Domi and Eugene takes care of most of that, along with Ironcraft.
Now, okay, so we took a win off Michigan right now here. How many games do you like? Are there like left in the season? Like, how's our current placement? Are we like up there in like the? Are we like top five, top two? Like, how's the
If
team looking right now?
if they win this one, they would make the playoffs, which I believe would be the top four.
So this is a very critical game, you would say.
Yeah, for sure. But after this one, it would be good for Virginia Tech to lose their game after, which would for sure guarantee our spot into the
I see.
playoffs.
So, what would you say like I'm sure like the team has practiced a lot. Is there any like knowledge about Virginia Tech? Any ideas of like how they play? You know what their strong part is?
For
Are they
sure.
like
I
a
actually
strong team?
have a list of the tracks they quite like. They quite like the DK Summit. So there's quite a few shortcuts there, which they have practiced. We've also practiced Squeaky Clean quite a lot, which is a track VT quite likes to choose. And that's actually one of Carson's favorite tracks. So that's really good. So we've been time trialing a lot of their best tracks, and we've been seeing some really good results. So hopefully we can bring them into the races.
I see. I see. Now like what's the standing of Virginia Tech right now? Are they like top two, top three? I'm not too sure.
I think it would be around 4 to 5, along with
Mm,
Western. So
s-
around the cutoff for the playoffs.
Definitely a close matchup here. It seems like we're getting into game number one here, or round race number one here.
Yep. So they chose Haunted Mansion again. Really good track for our team.
It seems like there's also the cruise ship one. I know that one has like the pool and everything, and it seems like Virginia Tech does get first map pick here.
Hmm. So this one doesn't have too many shortcuts. Near the middle, there's quite a few moving tables, which are pretty dangerous. But overall, this is a pretty straightforward map, quite a few straight lines, and not too many turns. So it's looking pretty good. A lot of teddy buggies.
It seems like there's a clear meta going on here.
Hmm.
I've also noticed that everyone likes Yoshi, and it seems like both sides used like a specific color of their choice here.
Yep.
Is this like part of the rules, or is there like a secret strat you can do where you also go as like an orange Yoshi against their team, and then like they have no
So
idea who you are?
so it's the colors really just to help differentiate the team, so you don't accidentally shoot your own teammate. So the dark blue is a pretty big color difference from the other team, so they don't accidentally hit each other or um, bump each other off.
I see. Is there like a side preference here? Is there any specific difference for how like both? Oh, getting hit by the red shell
Oh,
mid air. That is
yeah,
not what you want to be experiencing here. Mushroom to regain the momentum. So
yeah. So Virginia Tech has a lot of the top spots, so they for sure have to make some crucial decisions at the back to make a comeback.
ooh,
Triple
another item
bananas.
denied for Ironcraft, but he does have triple mana still.
Yep. So quite okay. He's going for the left, a little bit emptier, which is pretty good, but it is a little bit slower as he has to cut across the pool right here. Triple bananas. Okay, and he's getting a mushroom right here. Oh, he
Oh,
got
hits
hit
the
by the
table.
table.
This is
Another
another
one.
table hit.
Okay.
Momentum being another hit on the. Well, that is not what you want to be. And
Oh,
gets hit by a horn.
horn.
That is just like chain of disastrous events
Yeah.
for Ironcraft. There, I would be a little upset. Is that two bullet bills that Eugene has? Oh my god,
Oh,
it was. Yes, he
really
got two
lucky.
bullet bills back to back. Wow.
Okay, so we
Overall, it seems
secured a
like
first, but they have a lot of top spots, so they for sure have to make a really good standing in the next race.
Virginia Tech definitely having a really strong first race here. Really strong showing here.
Yep.
Definitely very solid players.
So Western's at 39 and VT is at 43. So very, very small lead from Tech, Virginia
Wow,
Tech.
I thought the lead would be a lot bigger. It looked like a majority of Virginia was up the front there. I guess I'm just not too like knowledgeable about like scoring.
Okay, so they chose Royal Raceway, which is a pretty good bagging track from our team, but it's also really good for our front runners. So hopefully they can make this work with Domi front running and some baggers. But they chose Sunshine, which is also one of our tracks, but it focuses a lot more on our front runners.
hmm I got a question for you here. I don't know if this map has it, but I do know that in certain maps there's something called bullet extensions, right? You know, you're like normally like there's like a certain amount of like distance like the bullet track. Like, you know, can you like talk more about it?
Okay,
Explain it in more
so
detail.
in this track, the bullet extension, there really isn't one that's super prominent. There is one in Yoshi's Circuit, which we haven't seen yet. So for this one, I think a lot of mushrooms are pretty important here. But if they get to use a bullet near the end right here, it's pretty good after they can take some shortcuts and they get pretty close to the finish line without while avoiding the dangerous items over here in the glider.
Seems like a very strong start for Western
Yeah.
this round. Yes, having first and third given to and for Western and second taken by Virginia here.
Yeah. So
Overall, this
both
seems like a
teams, yeah. Both teams have a bagger at the back. So hopefully once our team can pull a shock and our team can pull forward.
It seems like there's no bagging going on here. Front runner race playstyle has a horn here. Definitely could punish if in a crowded environment here, especially like if Ironcraft gets hit by anything here, he could definitely retaliate onto the rest of Virginia here, hitting
Yeah.
several people. Red Shell connects onto ice. No, it gets blocked by a defensive item.
Okay. Really good trick right there. Oh, he
Ooh,
got
stolen away.
stolen. Yeah.
I just saw. I swear that Banana Peel hit Ironcraft here, but he just managed to dodge it out of pure magic.
Yeah, that was a really close one. So he's gonna have to hold on to these fireballs because I'm pretty sure Domi's right behind him, so he won't want to
Oh,
use
I
them
think
right now.
I think he's just trying to get rid of the item at this point. It's just negative value here. I would personally prefer anything else here, but he does definitely. Ironcraft is not able to translate that into a new item, and also another Western member getting hit by projectile here definitely can mess with the momentum here. We were currently locked in second, third, but
Quite a
thankfully
few
we were
top
still able
spots.
to
Yeah.
secure them. Yeah, top four overall was given, but Virginia Tech does pull ahead with first place finish.
Yeah. So quite a nice race from our team. So I think we can catch quite a few points this time. And right now we are at 48 for Western and 34 for Virginia Tech. So really good race for Western.
Seems like we're moving
Okay.
back to the Neo Bowser City.
A really good front running track. And there's Cloud Top, which is another track that Virginia Tech really likes. It's also a pretty big front running track with a couple shortcuts, but the shortcuts in those tracks don't make a huge difference. Yeah.
Well, it seems like this is overall a very competitive game still. Like both games we're getting seems like no side can easily close out the game. Well, I mean, this is only the second race, so we could definitely see what Western or Virginia pull ahead from moving forward here. But right as of now, I'm seeing like like the level of play. Western definitely does deserve their Division 2 spot, and like definitely deserved, was rightfully placed in where they were. They are performing really well.
Yeah, they're looking really, really good. So he has a banana, has to be careful of the banana in front of him, getting trailed. Okay, and they're pulling across the corner. And right in front of them, there's a couple areas where there's lightning that shoots down, which is really dangerous. But they also shock where there's a panel where they can get a little bit of a speed boost. So they just have to be careful.
Ooh,
And
Ironcraft
they can-
doesn't manage to hit Eddie. Gets bumped out of the boost there
Oh.
by Virginia Tech. Well played by them. Definitely denying any speed here is critical for Virginia to help secure them a lead.
So quite a few front runners took the shortcut at the start. So quite a few Virginia members at the front. So hopefully they can get some good items near the back here. Oh, Piranha
Piranha
Plant.
Plant. That is
That's
very
careful.
risky. Definitely catch several people by accident. Eugene in the back here currently has the star available and a double mushroom. Could definitely look to punish anyone if they get too close. Hits someone from Virginia Tech. Gets two from Virginia Tech.
Yeah,
That is
he also dodged the shock, so
huge.
that's really good.
excellent work on Western's Eugene here.
Yeah,
Pulling himself
they got a
ahead
lot
here.
of middle spots now, so looking
Has the
really
star.
good.
Taking the
Okay.
shortcut, hits the shortcut, pulls himself even more ahead here. This is looking really good for Eugene here. Overall, excellent performance in the first game, and this following up with this game as well.
Okay, so
seems
Boss
like-
is right in front of him, trailing. Oh, he has a green shell, so he has to be careful where to use that.
Ooh, still unfortunately only banana. So, I mean, it's better than nothing, but
Oh,
the shock connects and punishes Virginia Tech. Keen with the communication. I saw at least a few of Virginia Tech managing to dodge those, but triple red shell could definitely punish Western, but unfortunately, gets hit by
got hit up.
another green shell. This is just not Ironcraft's day. I've seen like 5 of them connect to him today.
Okay, so that was a really good race by Virginia Tech. So for sure, the next race will be really important to catch back up. It's looking really close between the two.
I think right now I'm assuming that Virginia Tech does pull ahead from this, so it's basically it's like a back and forth right now. Western takes ahead, Virginia pulls right back. Very
Yeah.
close series, and I'm
So
very excited for.
Western is now at 34 and Virginia Tech is at 48. So a slight lead from Virginia Tech. Hopefully they can bring it back.
All right, it seems like Western is staying consistent with their map choice here. Let's see if they're able to get it.
Oh, another track chosen from the other team. But this track we actually practiced quite a lot, so it's pretty beneficial to our team as well. There's a couple shortcuts near the end and quite a few piranhas, so we have to be careful of that while entering this race.
Yeah, I definitely agree. Seems like I really like this map because it's all like musical theme. It's like very personally like the all the instrumentals here. There's like all those like silly little niche interactions where you do like your tricks. You can have some nice sounds.
Yeah. So really close pack right here. So really dangerous. It's possible to get bumped off right here. Okay, green shell.
Show for Ironcraft, I believe. Let's hope that this doesn't hit himself this time because clearly a history of collateral
Yeah.
damage to himself. Ooh, this
Really
is a
nice
very,
shortcut.
very tight position there. Green Shell, dodges the boomerang. Is still in third here. Excellent work. Oh, dodges the Green Shell. It seems like he's just not gonna get hit anymore.
Oh, no,
but
he got
gets
bumped
knocked
off.
off. Now, personally, I hate the bomb. I don't know, like for me, like whenever I see it, I get like really paranoid. It doesn't like when I think of it as like a defensive item, I feel like it's gonna hit me. Like they hit the bomb and it just explodes on me. Is like the bomb actually like a solid defensive item, you would say?
If you leave it right behind you, it just takes out anyone right behind you, which is good unless you have teammates. But you can also
Nice.
throw it forward. You just have to dodge it.
Ooh,
Oh,
hits the star on.
yeah, really good item use from Eugene right here. Okay,
Seems
another
like
star at fourth, which is really good. You
Virginia
would
Tech
generally
is
get stars at the back, so really lucky item set.
Virginia Tech is starting to pull ahead here, as you can see with their first place at least. He stopped for. I'm not sure why he stopped. Wait, no, he's not stopping. That was just. Um, I'm sure, like, yeah, like Virginia Tech has managed to stay ahead here.
Oh,
Oh, a
dodges the
beautiful
shot.
shot dodge. Uh, I've noticed that like a lot of Western here does not like taking the glider here for that part of the map. Is that just because the access to the tricks is like crucial?
Yeah, tricks make you go quite fast. So while you're in the glider, you go slightly slower than driving normally. So it's really good to just get some extra tricks from the panels. Quite a few mid spots. Domi getting a second, so that's looking really good. So it's looking really, really close between the two teams.
Overall, I think this is uh, really good from both sides right now. Honestly, I cannot tell who's gonna win this right now. It seems like I keep on repeating. It sounds like a broken clock, but this is a really exciting feeling to like watch like a very like closely matched teams brawl it
Yep.
out and try and like close out the game with a small mistake.
Yep. So Western is at 39 and Virginia Tech is at 43 points. So still really, really close between the two.
It seems like
Um,
they've changed map choices. This is Hyrule Castle, I believe, right?
Hyrule Circuit, yeah. So
Oh,
really
Hyrule
good pick
Circuit.
from our team. So
Overall,
there's
do you
two
think there's
shortcuts
any?
at the start,
Yes.
which would be pretty beneficial. Hopefully they can get quite a few coins at the start, which appear as gems in this track.
But it does look like Virginia Tech has first dibs on here. But oh, they're get Ice is giving up the points, and Eugene's only able to pick up one. But Ice does end up going onto the grass. That red shell
Oh,
looked like it hit like the ramp and actually fell short. Really unfortunate for Eugene. They're getting an early red shell and not being able to punish.
yeah. So it's looking really close for the items. Good, nice fireball, but he has to be careful where he uses that. Oh,
Yes, I
there's
also
a
see a
sword right
horn on
beside him.
Virginia here.
Yeah.
But if this fireball does connect properly, this could heavily punish. Oh, that is a very awkward position to be in between like a red shell and a green shell there from
Yeah.
Ironcraft. But he makes it out alive there in second place.
Yep, he did a really good NIST, which is no mushroom shortcut or itemless shortcut. So the NIST in this track is just between the castle and a tree near the end of the race, which is pretty
I see.
difficult to pull off.
That definitely sounds a
Oh, the
lot
blue
harder.
shell.
I've never heard like hit one of those shortcuts when I play, but that definitely sounds like a high skill technique. I've also noticed like when people go into shortcuts, they always especially without a mushroom boost, they do a short hop right after that. Can you like explain why that people do that?
Yeah. So in this track, you want to jump like right at the grass to maximize. Otherwise, you would land in the grass slightly past the tree, and you would have to do a little bit of hop. Really good boomerang from Eugene. He took out the two red shells aiming for him. Okay, getting a
I
double
did not
item
even catch
set.
that. Ice is still pulling ahead. It seems like Ice is their star player in Virginia. They are definitely mechanically pulling ahead consistently in every single race and
Oh,
securing themselves a
really
lead.
close.
But that blue shell is definitely looking to punish, even if it does not connect, does not finish. Oh, but Ice manages to cross the finish line before it happens.
Yeah, really good race by Eugene though. So in the last race, there's a piranha right at the grass field, which you would just have to be careful while taking the shortcut. Quite a few
Overall, it's
top spots from both teams, so it's
excellent
really
showing from
close.
Eugene this round. I'm very excited to see what happens for moving forward from here. It seems like
Yeah,
Western definitely knows what they're doing and what they want to do, and Virginia Tech is also knows what they want to do. They're both playing their own games here, and it seems like it will be heavily dependent on which side can make um can perform the best here. Very
For sure.
close game, regardless.
So Western went with Twisted Mansion, which we've seen before, and the other team went with Wario Stadium, which is a very technical heavy track. There's quite a few spots where you can just fall off or slow down, which are pretty detrimental in this track since there's aren't too many shortcuts to catch back up.
It seems like Virginia Tech is definitely starting to pull ahead with Ice's critical performance, scoring holding already 65 of the points for Virginia. Definitely a scary player. Is there like any strategies that like Western can do to like target focus this guy down? Like don't let him play the game.
If they can bag for a blue shell, that would be really good to target the first place. Also, if they can bag for a shock, would be also good to take out some other the other team members.
Definitely.
Okay.
Like personally, like when I play Mario Party, I want to deny first place, I want to deny first place a chance of winning, and like I apply that also into Mario Kart, right? Like we like I feel like there has like right now there is a star performer on Virginia, and like Western definitely can look to shut them down here.
Yeah. So Eugene missed quite
Ooh,
a few items, so
missed
really
a few
little
items.
defense. Yeah.
Didn't get any coins from that as well, and also got hit by a projectile, losing all momentum, and has no coins to properly recover himself.
Yeah.
Seems like Ironcraft is pulling ahead here. Western is securing top 3 or 4 spots, I believe, right now, but
Yeah.
Virginia Tech is fighting back here and actively trying to deny Western a chance.
Yeah. So hopefully they're cycling through the back for items for a shock to make a really big comeback for the team. Okay. Double item set. And he has a mushroom, which is really good for the shortcut up ahead. And he uses it defensively to block out some of the other teams with the mushroom. So that's a really good item use from Ironcraft.
Cynical pulling ahead right now for Virginia. Now, I have another question here.
Yeah.
So, we all know that you can target people with like blue shells, right? But like there are ways to dodge it, right?
Yeah.
Um, I don't know how often does it happen in competitive, especially with like the mushroom.
To dodge a blue shell, you would have to use a mushroom or a ghost or a star. Either one of those would work, but for the mushroom, you would have to time it really well. When the blue shell is tilting towards you, then you would have to quickly press it. Otherwise, it would still hit you. So it's really, um, you would have to time it really well.
Uh, Close finish here, but it seems like Virginia Tech once again able to secure first with Ice holding 80 of the points of Virginia
Yeah.
Tech right now. But second place is not far behind, actively keeping a consistent second.
Yep. So a lot of mid spots from Western. So they're for sure going to have to try really hard to bring it back within these next races.
All right, I got another fun question here. I gotta ask, uh, how competitively viable is Baby Park? Like, I love it.
Um,
It's a little silly, but I don't know if it's like if it's actually like a like considered like competitively like a popular map to play.
from the whole time I've been in the team, I don't think we've chosen Baby Park like a single time. Although I do agree it's really fun. It's kind of like it's really random what items you can get. And since the lap is so small, it's really hard to tell what kind of place you're getting. So in a competitive race, it's not the best track to choose. It's really just based off of luck.
Unfortunate. But do you think like it could be used like as a wild card to like maybe like pull ahead in like a bad situation because
Yeah,
like in the event. Well, I see the score currently is only still 20 down, so it was like a neutral game. Both sides didn't manage to secure an advantage over the other, but
yeah,
that does not mean it's over for any side here. But that does definitely give Virginia a sense of confidence here. They are definitely able to just if they keep playing their game, they will and like keep consistent. They have an idea, but Western definitely is not just a passive team, and they're like hungry for opportunities to pull ahead in the game or secure any advantages that they can.
yeah. So they're looking pretty good so far with quite a few top spots with Ninja and Boss. Oh, a bouncing green shell.
Ooh, does not hit
Near
Ironcraft
miss.
this time. Rare occurrence, but oh, the bomb connects and hits several people there.
Yep. So he's trying to just get rid of his fireball right here, so he doesn't have to use it on his own teammates.
Oh, green shell connects on one of the members of Western.
Really
Unfortunate.
good shortcut by
Slipping through the
Ironcraft right there.
pedestrians. With the slipstream active, the banana peel is available
Oh, it
for
didn't hit him.
Steamy. It misses, but who knows? It could still connect. Okay, it doesn't connect, unfortunately, but this is
Okay,
looking
so
like
a really
very-
good defensive item right here with the horn.
oh,
He takes out the other team.
hits a Virginia Tech member here, but unfortunately, it seems like Virginia is still able to pull ahead here. But you can definitely see like the level of coordination and communication on each player at Western.
Yeah.
We all saw how Ironcraft let two of the members of Western pull ahead there, just so they could actually target one of the players on Virginia there. Overall, like very well communication regardless.
Yeah, and Ninja and Ironcraft both had triple greens like right now. And Ironcraft went wide while Ninja had the triple green, so really good communication just to not get some team kills.
Green shell hit someone there. I'm not sure who it hit, but it did end up hitting someone through collateral collision impact. Overall, Virginia
Really good.
does still manage to pick up first on with Steamy, but the other places are secured by Western.
Yeah, although we got quite a few top spots, I don't think Domi did the best in that one.
Unfortunate match by Dalmi, but I can definitely see every member able to pull their weight and perform eventually. Just because it was a bad race does not mean like we saw how Dalmi performed in our first game, and there is definitely a lot to show from all of Western Sovereigns.
Oh, Weibo, one of the Rainbow Road picks. So they probably want to go with a higher speed, which Ironcraft is going with. What was this character called again? He's
Link?
going back just in case. The other
Oh, you
team.
can change. I didn't know you were able to change vehicles in the middle of the race. That's unexpected.
Yeah.
Like the current meta is like the teddy bear, right? Like I've seen it everywhere. Everyone's using it. What would you say is the worst card option that you would ever want to use?
So to explain that a little bit better is the Teddy Buggy, the Mr. Scooty, and the Biddy Buggy, they have pretty high acceleration and mini turbos, which are really good for tracks with a lot of turns, which are pretty much every track. So the worst picks would probably be tires that are really big, with little acceleration, and the heavier characters would provide you with more speed but with less acceleration. So a really good balance is like a midweight, like a Yoshi, a Daisy, Princess Peach. Really nice shortcut from Ironcraft.
Beautiful shortcut by Ironcraft here. I've noticed we are on Rainbow Road, so my wishes were fulfilled here. I'm very excited to see how everyone plays here because I don't know, your average player will end up. Oh, a beautiful shortcut.
Yeah.
Cut execution by Ironcraft there.
Really good
And
defense from
another-
Ironcraft.
Yeah, it seems like Western knows what they're doing here and what they want. They are pulling ahead, consistently playing well, at least for the first lap.
Oh, the snaking paid off. He dodged the fireballs.
I've also noticed that Western is starting to close the lead here at 284 to 290. This was last map was definitely a excellent performance on Western's behalf here, but this is like Virginia Tech has strong players and they are gonna look to try and punish them. The
Oh,
Brew
item
hits the
stolen
banana peel
with the red
and
shell.
the red shell. That is disaster.
Oh, and the shot.
Ironcraft is just not having a good time. Like, he's getting hit by everything back to back to back.
Yeah.
Not a good day. Now, what about if you like in this, especially with these maps where there's like a lot of ledges, you know, we can fall off. Oh, what's your opinion about using a very heavy character to just knock people off the map?
So in this track, it's actually pretty good to use a heavier combo. One, you get more speed, but also you get to keep your position a lot better. So no one can really push you off since most players are using a middleweight class. So yeah, a heavyweight would be pretty good in this track.
It seems like Steamy is able to pull ahead, pulling back his position and trying to secure a first place as well. Ice is also shortly behind, and currently it's looking like the top four are evenly split between Western and Virginia Tech.
Really
here.
nice shortcut again from
Beautiful
Minecraft,
shortcut
but
usage.
unlucky.
The horn goes.
horn. Yeah.
But like we're currently in the air now, maybe like a red shell shot could completely decimate whoever's in like that
Yeah.
tunnel, right?
So it's currently their last lap, so they have to really hold on to their spots. Quite a few mid spots right now, from what I see.
It seems like is that Western pulling ahead here? I cannot tell, but it's definitely second and third are first
Really
and
nice
second were
finish.
secured by Virginia. Beautiful secure by them. It seems like Western was able to secure third and fourth, but it seemed like Boss got hit by a projectile at the end there and was forced out of top three contention.
Yeah. So again in this track, again in this race, a lot of mid spots again. So they're really gonna have to bring it back a lot more.
seems like
So Western's winning by actually a little bit. Western's at 325 and VT's at 331.
Seems like Western is definitely starting to fight back after their rough early game performance. It was unfortunate, but like Western is starting to come back, but Virginia does know what they want to do and what they do best. It seems they have a clear identity. Both sides need to work together, like with their team to like actively push ahead here.
Yep. So another pick chosen from our team. So that's looking really good. Bone dry. They just have to be careful of the slippery sand.
Now, is this a front runner map? Wait, no, I believe you mentioned this one, right? Front runner or bagging map?
It's generally better for front running, although there is a pretty big shortcut at the end.
Well, it seems like traditional start. Ooh, Eugene misses out on the early item here, denied by Virginia, but does end up picking up a point there.
Really
Overall,
close front pack.
Seems like Virginia does have someone trailing behind.
Okay.
This is a tight race.
Really dangerous. A lot of banana shot forward. Double item set, really good. And a banana. Not a banana.
Ooh, a bomb
Okay.
goes wide there, ice there, but overall, pretty neutral start. Now I've noticed there is that like one tiny shortcut of like at that one glider area. Like why I have not seen a single player take it so far. Is that just like, is it slower? Is it like not actually a shortcut, or do you just need like a mushroom to get up there?
It's a little bit slower. Like you would have to hit this sand that's shooting upwards, and it's beneficial to just go straight forward. It would just let you take a better line, take some points, and the shortcut right near the end.
Seems like Virginia is pulling ahead for this race right now with first and second secured. Well, not secured, but currently being held by Virginia. But second place is definitely being threatened here by Boss, Ironcraft, and the
unlucky
bomb hits two. That's a huge excellent performance
no,
into a
team
piranha
life.
plant. Eugene did not.
and
Eugene-
oh,
I'm telling you, I feel like Ironcraft is just not having a good luck today. He's having a good time, and then he gets hit by like 5 different things at once.
yeah. Also, it's a little bit unlucky to get the piranha plant right here, since a lot of our teams is right.
Oh, the perfect
good
shot
shot.
punishes
A lot of
all the
drop
mushrooms dropped there.
mushrooms.
It's a shame Eugene could not pick
Oh,
up any of the
fireballs.
mushrooms here, because that could have recovered a lot of the momentum. Wushao going in, I think misses the players. He's trailing
Oh.
back. Overall, it seems like Virginia had a very strong performance here, securing first and second place this round.
Yep, so looking really good for Eugene though. He's pulling into second.
Yeah, this is overall like a excellent series from Eugene, but Virginia is having a very strong showing here. Very, very exciting to see what maps both sides are looking to pick for the next round.
Yep, it's looking really, really close. So Western is at 360 and BT is at 378. So they're making a slow comeback. So that's looking really good.
Hmm. It seems like they're still in discussion on what map to choose. Now I know there are like some maps with like the really long shortcuts. Are those like often considered competitively viable?
So Royal Raceway, which they chose, has quite a few shortcuts, so that's really good. Although they don't really choose Cheeseland because it's kind of just luck based near the end. But Royal Raceway is a pretty good bagger for them. Although the other team did get their pick this time.
Hmm. This is looking like it's looking really good for Virginia here. They're able to consistently hold that point position, the lead position here, but they do need to be careful here. Like they have leeway for mistakes here, but they like cannot be too lenient on how they play moving forward.
Yeah.
Still,
So really tight front pack, a lot of bumping. Also, another thing is when you go right behind someone, you get this little wind boost, which is called drafting, which lets you pull ahead of the person in front of you. Although it is a little bit dangerous as you can fall off the track because it's a little bit hard to control.
I see. So, ooh, misses the speed boost there. Two of the speed boosts there, Eugene. Is that like traditionally what you do to get like the last boost? Because I know sometimes if you go like too fast, you'll end up like skipping like other potential like like tricks, right? If you go on the speed pad, is that like
Yeah. So I think he might have got bumped off there. So a little bit unlucky with the line. Okay. Oh, really close dodge from the banana.
triple mushrooms
Okay, so
on?
there's a red shell.
Ooh, triple mushrooms on Eugene hits, but he
That's
still has the
unlucky.
momentum with 7 coins, so it's not that bad. But I do see another red shell right behind him.
Oh
He is
no.
not having a good time here, but he still has another mushroom to recover from that.
Okay, so Ironcraft is a star, really good item near the
Oh,
end
has a
with a
shock
lot of
already.
dangerous items.
They're
Yeah.
looking at. It seems like the shot goes off. Looking to try
Yeah.
and push forward and try and secure a lead as soon as they can, denying Cynical their access to the triple green shells is really important. Has the
Yeah.
Parada plan is going to use it to gain some speed and hopefully catch Cynical here, but Cynical is it's just fast enough to not be caught by any of the Parada buttons.
Yeah, there's a lot of speed boost right here, so it's pretty difficult.
Another blue shell
Oh,
coming out.
really good snipe from Ironcraft.
Another blue shell going off. Hits first place, but it seems like Virginia Tech is still able to secure pull ahead consistently with their second place. It seems taking the first place spot. Ice
Really nice shortcut from Ironcraft to
Snipe
get
goes
third
wide
there.
by Ice there, but overall Ironcraft is securing the third place for Western. Seems like overall the top four, like fourth to sixth, was secured by Western, but the first and second, which are the most important ones, um, were secured by Virginia there.
Yeah. So it's a really, really close game, and they're for sure gonna have to try to use the next race to try to make more of a comeback. So currently Western's at 403, BT is at 417, so around a 14 point difference. So still really, really close.
It seems like the lead is still ending up is still closing in for Western here, but Virginia is still able to consistently hold on. I do hope that Western is able to claw up ahead, but I'm not sure for sure if what can happen moving forward here.
Yep. So DK Jungle pick from for BT. Um, there's only one shortcut near the end, but there's a ramp near the middle of the track, which helps you get a little bit of a glider.
It seems like Virginia Ice also has a lot of points there. Like, yeah, I saw 130 points secured by him. Definitely keeping consistent with the first and second placements there. Virginia Tech is looking currently securing first, is currently ahead right now, but potential green shell red shell combo coordinated by Western could definitely look to force Virginia out of first.
So they got the top spots, which are looking pretty good. Although there is one Virginia Tech member right there.
the double red shell is extremely punishing from what I know. You hit them with a red shell, they recover, you hit them with another red shell, it is not fun to deal with.
Yeah. Eugene did a really good glider vector right there, getting him a pretty big lead at first.
Eugene pulling ahead, excellent performance by Eugene here. Ooh,
Oh no, the blue shell.
Oh, the bomb misses as well. Now, I've heard that it might be actually better to actually get hit by like other like projectiles over the blue shell because you get to regain your like because the blue shell has like a long damage time, right?
Yeah.
Do you know
So
that
a
blue
lot of
shell-
times, when we have like a first and second, someone in second or third would try to hit our first member with a red shell, for example, just to get like a slow, slow setback for the team, unlike the blue shell. So they try to use the red shell instead of the blue shell hitting our first.
Seems like overall Western is definitely showing off a strong performance, but
Okay,
Virginia
so
still
they
is able
have
to
second
come
and
first.
third, a lot of mid packs right here. You have to be careful with the triple greens right here. A
Ooh, that-
bullet.
Oh, what?
Yeah.
Just throws them off the map? I guess he doesn't want to risk
He's collecting
another
some more coins.
collateral.
And now he's going for the glider. Oh, he misses
the
it.
glider. Unfortunate. It does have access to all these speed boosts. Definitely not a complete
Okay.
disaster for
Hopefully
Ironcraft
he can
here.
get a good item right for the... Oh no.
Gets
think
the item
someone stole his
denied as
item.
well.
Well, luckily he got some mushrooms, so that's really good.
He has the mushroom and also the bananas. Maybe
Okay.
he can use the bananas to deny
It's looking
anyone.
really good for Ironcraft here.
Oh, it's the bananas. I thought you would want to draw. I guess because like a lot of Western was behind, so didn't want to punish his own team. Overall, seems like a strong performance from both sides here.
Okay, so quite a few mid spots. Looking not bad for Western. Okay.
Now, do you think like Western should like
And
does
Western is currently at 446 and VT's at 456. So they're making a slow comeback with only 10 points difference now.
Mhm. Would you say that like do you think Western needs to like does Western
Vita, are you still there?
Yeah, sorry, my mic was like
Oh.
muted for one of them. Sorry, my bad.
Oh, it's all good. It's all good.
There was like anyway, sorry. Would you say that Western needs to like change up their strategy? Do they have like specific like any different type of strategies that they've been like holding that they want to use potentially?
So they're really trying to get this Royal Raceway going just to get some bagging in. Oh, they got it.
Oh, this
So
is
it's looking really good.
last race. Definitely a potential swing here of momentum. Western getting their chosen map is definitely a good sign for them. If they can claw ahead here, secure several high position finishes, and deny Virginia Tech an opportunity, they could definitely end up reversing the scoreboard here. But it's very dependent on mechanical skill here.
Yeah, so a lot lies on this last race. So hopefully we've got some good baggers at the back to make sure we got some shocks, some bullets to make sure we can catch up right near the end. So Ironcraft going for coins, really good, setting up for the last lap.
Definitely,
They're bagging for some better items.
it seems like Virginia Tech is also following suit with their bagging. It's definitely looking tightly packed in the front as well with all the Yoshis overlapping. I can't tell which team is pulling ahead here. I see a lot of orange, but like there's definitely some blue Yoshis underneath there. Three
Yep,
stars
for
at
sure.
once.
A lot of coins from Ironcraft, so that's looking really good. A
Looking
bullet
like-
coming up.
Ooh,
Oh
the bullet
no,
hits.
it bumped him.
You do not want to be getting hit by those right now in this critical race, game deciding
Lucky-
race here.
So for the second lap, they can still make a comeback if they collect the good coins and some really good items.
Hopefully, a potential
Okay,
shock to
yes.
blue is available here. A blue shell going off here is definitely going to potentially hamper Virginia Tech's first place here. And since it's tightly packed, this could technically swing it forward into Western taking a lot of positions.
So we have a lot of back spots right here. So hopefully we can make a really good comeback with hopefully a shock and quite a few bullets.
Seems like the shock might be coming out soon with the Boo Tain. No, but the Boo is just used to deny and steal the triple mushrooms here because there's a lot of people begging, I guess. We do have a star in triple mushrooms, and this is definitely looking like a very, very tight race where a potential shock could flip around for both sides.
Yeah, so Ironcraft has a bullet, so hopefully he can catch up into the front.
Eugene pulling
And
forward.
he's getting an item from there, and he's catching
Ooh,
all
hits
the way
one
up
here.
to fifth.
Has the star, can hit.
Oh, it's really close.
Unfortunately, is not able to punish any of Virginia Tech with the star, but overall, fifth place finishes strong. Domi manages to secure first place here for this race and could potentially be a huge factor in swinging the points for Western.
Yeah, it's looking really, really close.
Overall, I think both sides played really well. You can definitely see that like both sides have very key ideas of what they want to do and how they play. Um, Overall, I have to say, Ice performed really well from Virginia Tech. Domi, Eugene, everyone all performed really well. There were some extra stellar performances throughout that race, and like regardless of who won that match, I think like both sides have like a lot that they can take away from it.
Yeah, for sure. They both played really well in this race.
I'm getting told the final score was unfortunately 483 to 501 with Virginia Tech taking the win for the series. Unfortunately for Western, we were not able to secure the win, but I do hope that Western does not take this as a huge demotivator. There's a lot of opportunities for them to improve. They are a group of hardworking individuals that spend several hours trialing every single map. I see them talking about everything. Like they like discuss all these strategies everywhere. Like I really hope that they improve with this loss.
Yeah, they for sure had a lot harder opponents this time, coming from a really low division all the way to Division 2, which is a really big jump for them. And they've been putting in a lot of work, and it's clearly visible through the communication, the shocks, and the item usages.
Yeah, I definitely agree. I would like to thank like everyone for today, the observers, our lovely director of productions here. I would like to thank all of the viewers for showing up for today and for continuing to support Western Esports as an organization. We hope to see you in the next stream.
Thank you.